What's up everyone, welcome back to Stag Voiceover. My name is Neil Glasgow. In today's video we're going to be going through another before you buy style review, this time for the website UpWork. Now you'll notice I didn't call this the voiceover website UpWork. UpWork does have lots of voiceover jobs, but it's more of a jobs platform. So you can look for writing jobs, developer jobs, whatever it might be. You need to think of UpWork as a job portal, much as you would for Reed or Indeed or any of those other types of job websites. Now I'm going to give you some ups and downs of the platform, what I think works well and where I think they might be able to improve. Ultimately to give you some information to help you decide whether you want to spend your time and your money working on the platform to develop your voiceover career. Now, full disclosure, again, I am not sponsored by the platform. I'm not going to give you any negative reviews based on any experiences I might have had or any experiences anyone I know might have had. So, with that in mind, let's get into it. So, as I've said, UpWork is essentially a job platform website. The basic concept is you create your own profile, you say what skill sets that you have, and then you go out there and hunt for jobs. This is not a platform that the jobs will automatically come to you, and I'll come back to that a little bit later. But essentially, think of UpWork as a jobs platform. You go out, you find the work, you bid for the work, you secure the work, much like you do on any other application process. So, my first up for the platform is actually it gives you the agency to be able to go out and select and bid for the work that you want to work on. Now, there are lots and lots of jobs out there for voiceover on UpWork. They vary in quality and they vary in ask, but you have the opportunity to pick and choose what it is that you apply for. I like that. That's an up for UpWork. Yeah, let's not think about that one. My next up for the platform is actually how they manage their payment system. Now, they've got 3 different modes to which you can ascribe to depending on the job. Now, you can either be paid by a milestone, so say it's a long form narration you might be doing, and for every 200 words, you submit a milestone, for example, and you can be paid by that milestone. They have a completed project payment, which again, you complete it, $100, and you get to have that money once the project's completed. Or there is a slightly more advantageous way of working, which is an hourly rate. So, and again, you can set your hourly rate to whatever you feel is justifiable for your particular skill set. Whether that's $10 or $100 an hour, that's something that you have control over. Now, what I really like about this is that that money is held in escrow. So the client has said, I need X project done. They've awarded you that project and they've said we will pay whatever it is they're going to pay in whatever method they've agreed to pay in. That money is then held by UpWork until whatever mile marker is that you've agreed to is reached. That money is then released to you. Thus, you don't have to spend time chasing the client to try and actually get paid from the back of that. I'll give that one an up. And my next up is adjacent to that. There's a nice invoicing system that goes along with the platform, which means that you don't have to follow up with the client doing your own individual invoices. UpWork will actually produce the invoices on your behalf, and it means that you can keep track of the work that you're doing for any tax purposes that you might need to pay. And that brings me to yet another up. UpWork will assist you in paying your tax. Now, whether you're based in the US or UK or whatever it might be, you have an opportunity to put in your VAT number, your tax details, your company number, to make sure that the deductions are taken off before you get your amount of money, which again is quite a helpful element of the platform, especially when you might have multiple projects that you're working on with multiple clients based all over the world. That's an up. My next up is a function of how the platform actually operates, and that it operates kind of as a meritocracy. And what I mean by that is the more work that you do and the better reviews you get, the more the platform itself will promote you to other clients. Now, this can be a double-edged sword sometimes, but I'm still going to give it an up. because it means that you as the voiceover artist are able to actually get the platform working for you once you essentially invest your time in the platform. Now, the platform does want you to provide quality work and get your 5-star reviews, and it has, like most of these platforms today, a review system, and it tells you how long it took you to do a job, how much money you've earned, and that again falls into a various tier system which I'll come on to in a moment. But that the platform actually does rewards you to a certain extent for the time and investment and quality of the work that you produce. Again, I'll give that one an up. And my last up is a bit of a weird one, but bear with me. Now, UpWork takes a percentage of your fee, 20% to start off with. And again, this might sound odd as an up for the platform taking a part of your fee. But the way that they work, and as I say, this is quite a meritocracy, is they want to have collaboration between you as the voiceover artist and your client, and they want that collaboration to be ongoing. So what UpWork do for the first $500 you earn with a client, they take 20% of whatever that might be. And then for your next 500, or 500 plus rather, 500 to I think 10,000, they'll take 10%. So they'll reduce what it is that they charge. And then above 10,000, I think they drop that down to about 5%. I'm pretty certain that's 5%. Now, the reality of a single client or multiple clients getting to that 10,000 plus probably is going to be quite slim. But to get to that 10%, that's actually fairly achievable. A lot of the clients that at least I work with on UpWork do spend well over the £500. And again, that is something that is ongoing, so it is in everyone's best interest to continue working. And again, if you provide high quality work, the idea is that the client will come back to you time and time again. So that they are willing to reduce their fee, and other platforms don't do that regardless of what you pay in. Yeah, I'm going to give it an up that they're investing in you as much as possible. And so I come to my downs. And there's a couple that I think are worth noting. The first one that I will tell you about is actually the clientele that can be on UpWork. Now, this is not to disparage the people that are on there, it's more about UpWork setting a realistic expectation of what the client should be requesting and could be paying. What you'll tend to find or see quite a lot on UpWork is people who want 10,000 words read for an audiobook and are willing to pay up to $100 total. That's just not something that is sustainable or realistic for an experienced voiceover artist. Then some people might look at that and go, yeah, $100, I'll do 10,000 words, without really thinking of how long 10,000 words is going to take you to work. And when you break that down, it's, you're talking pounds, dollars, really, really small amounts per hour. And again, you'll see this time and time again. You might see someone that wants 10 YouTube videos recorded for $4 a piece. Well, once UpWork takes their 20% off of that, again, you're starting to see what you could be earning from the platform. So it's about making sure, I think, that the UpWork could do more to set an expectation of this is what a realistic pay bracket is. Now, I'll give UpWork a little bit of the benefit here because the client may say this is what they want to pay. That doesn't mean that's what you have to say you're going to charge. But knowing that the client has a budget in mind and you go above that, there is an element of wasted time on everybody's part by applying for that role. So I'm going to give that a down because I think they could be doing more. My next down, again, kind of follows on from the first one. And what I mean by that is to apply for a job, to be able to actually put your bid forward, you need to buy bids from UpWork. Now, they're not extortionately expensive. 80 bids may cost you about $12 or $13 if memory serves. But the problem that I have with this is it's not one bid, one job. There doesn't seem to be, that I can figure out anyway, any rhyme or reason behind what a particular job costs in terms of bids. Some may be one bid, some may be 6. And it doesn't seem to have anything to do with the type of job it is, how much money they're going to pay, where the client's based. I haven't been able to figure it out. And the problem that I have with that is, again, if you want to bid a little bit more on the job than the client's looking for, or even if you think it's a reasonable amount and you're happy to work for that, you can't budget as the voiceover artist, say, right, I'm going to get 80 bids this week, and actually you might run out of them in 2 days. You might run out of them in 3 weeks, because it doesn't really seem to make any rhyme or reason as to what the jobs are costing. And I think if Upwork were a little more transparent with what that job costs and why, you as the voiceover artist could spend your money wisely. If you're looking at this platform as a weekly spend of 80 bids, which is their maximum one that they do, and again, if it's about $12 a pop, you're actually getting into, an expensive monthly subscription service for no guarantee coming out the back end. So I'm going to give that one a down because I think it's purposefully obfuscated from you as the freelancer, the voiceover artist applying for work. My next down is actually, again, I'm tapping into previous points here. So Upwork charges you for your bids, and again, it takes a cut of your money. Now, given that it is a job platform, it's not like a voices.com where it's paid a membership and only high quality voiceover jobs come through the platform. As I've already covered, the jobs wildly vary from a bit cheap and dirty to fairly good, replicable work. But that you're paying this unofficial subscription, plus you're also being charged 20% on the job. Again, with any other job board that I'm familiar with for any other job style, using your Indeeds or your Reeds or your Monsters, whatever that might be, you're not paying to be on that platform for the privilege of being able to apply for a job. I think that Upwork is a freelancer targeted platform and it's not specific to any particular niche. Yeah, I don't think it's the best way forward to operate as a job portal and charge the freelancers that either haven't secured the work yet, or when they do secure the work, you're also going to charge them. Pick one, let us choose. I think that could be improved. That's a down. My next down is actually the meritocracy element that I talked about before that I actually liked. And the reason I'm saying this is, like I say, it's a double-edged sword. The more you do, the more the platform promotes you. That's great. But for some people, it means that you're going to have to undersell, undercut, undervalue, however you want to say it, your work. You might be doing these $4 jobs and, getting money taken off at both ends from Upwork in order to build your experience. Now, the reality is that the more experience you have, the more reviews you have, the better you do on the platform. But it means that you're going to be outlaying more money up front and more effort and more time up front on the platform in order to get to that stage. And that's by design. That is, you can see the business elements of that from Upwork. That's how they're going to make their money from both the client and the freelancer. So I'm going to give that a down because I do feel that given everything that I've said, they could be doing more to support the freelancer or the client. At the minute, it feels that they're supporting themselves. Yeah, down for me. My next down is your earnings. Now, what I'm looking at here is Upwork actually displays your total earnings that you've earned on the platform. Now, the reason that this is a double-edged sword is that if you're new on the platform and people are essentially trying to get a cheap deal and you haven't got any reviews and you haven't done the work that I've talked about previously, they've kind of got you over a barrel if you want to work on that project. But what this also does is the more that you earn, they can see, oh, this person's earned $1,000, $10,000. They're obviously quality work, more reviews, so they're worth more. They can demand more. And it's that thing of joining a platform, paying for a platform, getting money taken off at the back end. You're doing all the things that you can do, and actually, at least in the beginning, until you start earning these good reviews and earning a decent amount of money, Upwork is promoting, supporting, I suppose, behaviours that undercut the market or encourage you to undervalue yourself or undercut your competitors. They allow the client to see what you've earned. They allow you to see what other people are bidding on work. And it just feels a little bit like a race to the bottom. And the longer you stick with the platform, the better things become. But it does really feel that you're trudging through the mire to get to that stage. And yeah, I can't give that anything but a down. So ultimately, is UpWork a platform that a voice actor should be on? I'll need to let you make that decision. There are things that I really like about the platform. There are definite disadvantages to it. You can be very successful on it. I use UpWork myself, and to be honest, I get regular work through the platform. I use it pretty much every week. But that's not to say that's what everybody experiences. It's not to say that's what you might experience. If you're in a position where you can afford to buy the connects on a weekly, monthly, whatever that basis might be, if you are comfortable with the 20%, 10%, 5% that might be taken from your work, and again, if you're comfortable with the milestones or the hourly work or the completed project style of working, if you want to have everything based on a platform that provides invoices and does your taxes, it's all up in the air. I just want to be able to provide you with the best bit of information to whether you should really use the platform. As I say, I use it. I'm quite successful on it, but that might not be the same thing for you, and that's not the same thing for dozens of other people out there. It's one of those platforms that you kind of have to figure out how to manipulate to your best advantage. I hope this video has been helpful to give you an idea of what it is that you might be able to expect on the platform. If it has been, please leave me a like and subscribe. A comment in the section is always appreciated. If there's another platform out there that you're not sure about or that you're looking to try, I'll be happy to do a video based on that platform. Remember, you can absolutely be a voiceover artist. I'll see you in the next video.